Hey parents and students, I'm Mr. Kratzer. Some of you may know me, some of you may not, but you're getting this video because you have a student who is in the special education department at Goshen High School. So there's some stuff that we want to make sure you guys are aware of and understand and know how to deal with in this changing educational environment that we're dealing with right now. So first, right off the bat, we're new to this too. We got information about this just yesterday afternoon, so we don't have all the answers yet, but here's what we do know up to this point that I think we'd like you guys to know. Right off the bat, school doesn't start Monday now. It does start Tuesday. And then that also means that I believe February 15th, the Friday before President's Day, we are also gonna be in school as a makeup day because we're not gonna be in school on Monday because we're gonna be using that time as teachers to get our curriculum around and get things ready for kids to do things online. So, no school Monday. That's the first thing that we need to make sure you guys know. The second thing you guys need to know, and this is a big one, is that we're changing how we're doing online school. So in the spring, when we did online school, it was basically an extension of the school year that we had started in person. So we had done a lot of the work already in person. We had done a lot of the work in classrooms, and we didn't want to have students lose that hard work they had done in the classrooms. So when we graded things, we were a little more lenient than we would have been otherwise. We basically made sure that kids weren't going to be hurt by the fact that this pandemic was happening, and we got kind of caught by surprise with it. Now we've had time to plan, and we're starting a school year this way, and we need to see more out of students online and see a little more interactivity, see a little more work get done in order for them to get their passing grades they need. So we're viewing this more like a traditional school that's happening online, and with that, we're going to do more on the teacher side to try and make sure that your kids are going to be able to get there and get more educational things. But we need the kids to engage back with us. So what that looks like is every day of the week, your student's going to have a schedule. And the schedule is this right here. I'm going to pull this up on the screen right now for you guys. That's our schedule, our bell schedule. As of, I'm recording this video Friday morning. It might slightly change, but that's roughly what it's going to be. And so where it says period 1, period 2, period 3, or 2, 4, 6, or however the periods are laid out on a particular day, they need to report to the Canvas page for that class. And so that page's Canvas page, that class's Canvas page is going to have links and activities for them to do that day. And they need to be done at that time in that place, just like if they were at a regular school building that day in person. So that's all of Goshen High School is operating that way. All of Goshen Schools is operating that way, that we're gonna conduct a regular traditional school day, but their students are going to be at home and they're going to be engaging with us via the computer at set times. There's not flexibility in the time like there has been at other times with e-learning. So we have specific times that students need to be in class and logging in to see those classes. So now the question probably that's coming up out of that is, how do I get my student into their class? How do I know where they go? Goshen Schools has a learning suite called Canvas. Canvas is where we put all of our assignments at. All the pages we've been instructed are to look the same now so that you can find things on them more easily. You can find ways to engage with the teacher more quickly and easily. And so that's going to be a really huge plus for helping kids to have some consistent classroom stuff happening for them. And the way how you get there is you go to goshenschools.instructure.com. That link I'm going to have in the description of this video. So if you click on that, your student should be able to log in there, and they should have a dashboard come up that has all of their classes listed right there. So that's going to be how they access their curriculum. They should have their schedule from Skyward or be able to get their schedule from Skyward so they know what classes they do have. Skyward is our student management system as well. I'll have a link to Skyward in this video description as well. So that's where they're going to find their schedule, and they're going to go to their classes based on the schedule I showed you earlier and log in. So I'm just going to do a quick video showing you how to get logged into a session and what it's going to look like when you as a student are going to be looking at Canvas. And this is for you as parents to see too, what's expected from them. So when you go to goshenschools.instructure.com, you're going to see this kind of a page here. This has my name and my email address on there. Your students should see theirs, and it should be their email address, which is their computer login, at students.goshenschools.org. And so they should be able to log in with their same login they use for their email account and that they use for a number of things here in school. So they should know that. If they don't, again, this would be a thing that we would contact a teacher of record that could help you with that. They're going to have a dashboard. My dashboard is full of classes that are different than theirs. but they're going to have classes that they're going to click on, and they're going to click on a class and it's going to bring up a page. And I'm just going to bring up one of my classes here so that you guys can see. All right, so this is what your homepage is going to look like when you go into Canvas courses. So Canvas, again, is that suite that we just logged into with our Google account. Then there's the dashboard, which is the second page that we saw. And then you're going to click on the box that has the exact class that the student's supposed to be in at that time. All the pages are going to look more or less like this. They're going to have the class name at the top. They're going to have a link to go to the Zoom, which is really critical because they need to go to that Zoom, like I said, every day. Every class period, they need to join the Zoom for some amount of time. And then down below here, it's going to show the different units that we're working on. In the Zoom, we may be talking about, we're going to work out a Unit 1, Lesson 1. And then they would say, you know, I know Unit 1, Lesson 1 is where I'm going to head to get my work done today. So that's an example. I'm going to go ahead and click into this unit here, and I'm going to hit Unit 1, and then we're going to do Lesson 2, Setting SMART Goals. So this is something that the students would need to figure out. We're going to set some goals for this year. And there's a video to watch, and then there's a follow-up form here that I have. So we probably would do some kind of activities or discussion in Zoom about what we're doing today. This video would be kind of a follow-up thing that they would watch on their own. And then I have a link here for them. So they would work from top to bottom. They would click on this link at the bottom here, and they would look at this quiz here. So I'm gonna preview this quiz like it would look like for a student. So a student would go in and they would see this quiz. And this quiz, for me, it's just keeping it in the same spot, making it simple. It's not necessarily a quiz, it's just an assignment that I did that day. And I have a few questions here. So I have some questions. Question number 1 is written out there. The student can read that, or you can help read it to them even, or we could have support here from the school to help them get it read. Students could obviously click in this box here and type in their answer, or there's some other kind of cool things they could do too. They're gonna go through these questions, and at the very bottom, they're gonna submit that. So it's important that we're submitting work because we do have to keep a pretty strict grade book this year. And again, it's not like the spring where we're just gonna kind of be real gracious and allow things to just slide a little bit, understanding that it kind of caught us a little off guard. This is going to be a lot more closely connected to just being what a school classroom day is. So that's it. That's roughly what it looks like. Again, let's go back here to the dashboard. The dashboard is here. This is where all the classes are found. So it's going to look something like this. You're going to click on the class that you have for that period and go into that class and do some work. One last thing I want to show you guys too is if you go to skyward.goshenschools.org, you should be able to log in as a family here. If you haven't ever done Skyward, we've got this little help get started thing here. This link, this Skyward link, as well as the Canvas link, I will have in the description of this video so you can get to it. If you do the getting started link here, it'll help you get enrolled so that you can, as a parent, get into Skyward. And then students should know how to log in as well. So you're gonna go to the family/student login. And actually, I can't show you this right now because our Skyward system is having maintenance done on it right now. But you would typically log in there and you would be able to see a lot of information in Skyward, including what your students' current grades are, what their class schedule is, if they have any missing assignments. But the thing that you're really going to want this for right off the bat is that's where your students' class schedule is going to be at. So this might be something that would be beneficial for you to look at before Tuesday. And if there's a problem in there, if you look at the schedule and you see that there's blank or missing classes, or if you see there's a class that you don't think you are supposed to be taking, that would be an opportunity for you to contact, again, your probably teacher of record and just tell them there's a problem with this. So Skyward and Canvas and Zoom are going to be the 3 critical parts of us doing our e-learning. And that's about it as far as the computer side stuff goes. So now you've seen basically what Canvas is going to look like. You've seen that there's a link right there for the Zoom meetings. And so I want to talk just a brief bit about Zoom. So Zoom is going to be something that we need students to engage with on a daily basis. They need to click that Zoom link. We need to see them, see their faces, know that they're attending and participating in class, for them to be marked present. That's something we've been very specifically directed about as teachers, that in order for a student to be marked present, they need to have appeared in a Zoom conference call at the prescripted time and on time. So they get to those Zoom links off of their Canvas page, they click on Zoom, they go to that Zoom classroom, and they're going to be in there for some amount of time. It could be the full 90-minute class period some days. It could be a half an hour. It could just be some amount of time before they're going to go do independent activities. But they need to connect with their teacher every day of the week, of the school day, period. That's just what they need to do. They need to be going to those Zoom conference calls. So those Zoom calls, the links are in Canvas, and Zoom is a pretty easy software to work. Once you click on that link, it should guide you through the process pretty well. The last thing I want to mention is this, for this just brief introductory video for you guys. The last thing I want to mention is that if you have any problems or questions at all, you should have someone that is called the teacher of record for your student. I'm sure that they would be glad to help you with any questions that you have with this. We understand this is hard on parents, it's hard on us, it's hard on everybody. And we really want to try the best we can to be good teammates with families, with parents. And so if you have an email address of a teacher or a text or however you want to get a hold of a teacher with any questions you have, please do reach out. I think our teachers are going to be reaching out to you as well. So just whatever we can do to help, let us know. And I'm sure that I didn't answer all your questions. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. And thank you for watching. That's it, guys. Have a great school year. And really, really hopeful that we're going to be able to get through this together. Thanks.